What's up, everyone? I want to share with you something amazing. So this is just proof that reading the right books and getting that knowledge can really save you so much time and energy, because these people spend years trying to figure this out and now they tell you. So this is called the Sticking Point Solution. It is written by Jay Abraham. He is one of the top marketing professionals, strategic entrepreneurs in the world. He has made billions for his clients and he's really well known. And this book is chock full of advice, and there's tons of things in here, but this is one thing I want to share with you, because it was one of those moments where it's like, oh my goodness, this guy said the same thing and this guy said the same thing. And the crazy part about it is it's a case of convergent evolution in my opinion, because all these people didn't get together and find out about it. They found out about it on their own, and it just so happens to be the same thing, which is crazy, because it just goes to show you that, you know, you can kind of figure out the same solution after a lot of trial and error, and the superstars end up doing so. Or you can do even better than that and read these books and save yourself all those years of turmoil. So here's what I want to share with you. It's just one of his tips in here on how you can avoid being a copycat and avoid being like 99% of all your competitors in your industry, where everyone looks alike and everyone looks the same and your customers don't know what to do. So here's what he says. He says, the secret so that you aren't ignored by 99% of other people in your field is to assume the preeminent role in your market. You can almost instantly install yourself as your market's dominant go-to source by doing one simple thing: caring more. Now here's the crazy part. Gary Vaynerchuk, he's a very successful entrepreneur. If you've read any of his books, especially Crush It or Ask Gary V, or Thank You Economy, he says this a lot in that one. It's caring more. And it's just like, wow, I'm pretty sure they didn't get together, Gary and Jay Abraham. They found out about this on their own. And Gary, his book, Thank You Economy, explains this really well. Caring is one of those things where it's like, it's so much easier to get ahead by caring than any other way. Jack Welch, another convergent evolutionist in this sense, says the same thing in his book, Winning. He categorizes more so under the 3 horsemen of competition. These are the 3 things any business can do to get ahead. One is quality, the second is cost, and then the third, after reducing cost and increasing quality, is service. He says service is the easiest one to do because you have a dramatic advantage over the Chinese competitors who are beating you in cost and quality overseas with service, because you are local, so you can actually help these people on a local level, and you can actually show up to their house, do a dance, show that you actually have empathy and care for these people more so than your competitors do, because they're on the other side of the world. So all these 3 people are saying very similar stuff here, and it's really important. Jumping back to Gary, he really explains it well. He says, like, you know what, I can beat someone on price and quality, and I've done so in my wine company numerous times. He used to run like a wine company that was valued at 50 million a year, 7 figures. That doesn't mean he made 7 figures or 8 figures a year. It means that was his whole valuation of his company. But the point is, while he was running this wine company, same thing. He had competitors, local competitors, who he was beating in price and quality of wine. Yet these competitors still had those customers that he couldn't take away from them, because they had built a relationship over many years, and they had built empathy and care and a whole relationship with these customers. So even though these customers knew to get cheaper wine, which were higher quality, they knew Jack from that local town, and Jack's winery had a deep relationship with this customer, and they knew Jack and they loved Jack, and Jack would show up to their house and give surprise gifts or really like care and, you know, ask questions about their family and stay in touch. That sort of stuff actually works. Now he not only applies this to business, but to anyone who wants to grow a social media following. But that's another topic for another day. Just to give you a sense of how close these people have come to the same conclusion, he goes on to really emphasize empathy. I'm jumping back to Jay Abraham here. He says, empathy is one of your most valuable tools when the time comes to market your products or services, because it allows you to persuade your clients with the maximum impact and efficiency. And then he goes on to talk about some other stuff. Now, he says, if you can show your prospects what they should be doing differently to solve their problems, fill their needs, or achieve their goals, you've just begun the process of winning their trust. And if they trust you, they will look to you for advice and purchasing solutions for their problems. Again, it all starts with empathy. I firmly believe this too, because there's so many industries, even today, where I get ripped off. And I don't trust them. The fitness industry, the auto industry is huge. I narrowly escaped paying $6,000 for a repair that I didn't need on my car. But thanks to some research, thanks to some good luck, that happened. And now I don't trust the auto industry either. So if you can be that foremost leader and tell the truth, even if it means costing you money on the short term, and we see this all the time. There's a lot of sales books by Zig Ziglar that talks about this, where it's like you can lose the sale in the short term by telling them, hey, this car isn't for you, or this car isn't for your needs. But in the long term, they learn to trust you online as a social media influencer or in person. And guess what happens? Later on, when they're looking to buy again or for the rest of their lives, they're going to turn to you versus everyone else. Now, I don't think the whole world or the entire book sometimes works like this, where everything converges and everyone's advice is the same and everyone agrees. Sometimes there's contradictory advice or controversy. And that's a topic for another day, on how to really figure out who you should trust, whose advice you should trust. But hopefully this video helped. See you later. Peace.